Freeman Robinson with the carry. He was pulled down once again by Keith Bonzel, number 80 of Belmore.
Look at me this point. Look at this point.
Victor Mendez kicks it away. Gary Rafano with the reception now goes to the left side. Simmons picks him up near the 37-yard line. That's where the Cougars will take over. First down and 10 for Kennedy. First and 10 for the Cougars from the 38. Nolan Lowe's give is up the middle. That looks like Joseph Morrison, number 8, with the run. Low call signals on second down.
Right here.
Lowe now sweeps around the left side trying to get some breathing room. He only gets maybe a yard, too.
Clap it up. Clap it up.
Terranova is wide to the left for the Cougars, being watched closely by Dennis Williams.
Should be like,
Come on, man. Get away. Oh, my man. I'm like,
Joseph Morrison gets the punt away. That one's down by Simmons at around the 32-yard line. First and 10 for the Green Dragons at their own 30.
where?
The give this time was to Leonard. Barry?
That should look lighter than the rest of the kids, man. Number 85 is black arrow.
The give is to Simmons.
Burn him!
Runs around the right side, tries to find breathing room.
oh,
3 or 4 yards before he stopped. Steven Matuchik, number 15, and Eric Stein, number 48, on the stop for Kennedy.
shut up.
Hammond spies it in.
My God!
Justin Palmer couldn't grab it over at the 45-yard line. That sets up a fourth down.
Anybody over here got a soda?
Victor Mendez looking to kick it away.
Why are you so gay? Got a phone out.
Oh!
Getting out of the hands of Keith Bonzel. Front Hazel, excuse me, number 80. That was Keith Van Hazel, number 80, with the turn for the Cougars. Eisenberg in motion. first down. At the 34th yard line, this time it's Eisenberg with the run up the middle. Jordan Eisenberg's run gains the Cougars 6 yards.
I'm mad toasty now.
Lawrence gives up the middle to Morrison. That's Tony G, number 65 on the stop for Westbury. That ends our first period with the score of the Cougars of Kennedy High School 7, the Green Dragons of Westbury nothing. From the Kennedy 41-yard line. Your bookends are Jamie Terranova and Jordan Eisenberg is in motion. Fumble is recovered by Kennedy, so just like that, it's first down and 10 for the Cougars. That's Terranova, who's wide to the right. Eisenberg once again in motion. Low pitches back to Morrison, who fires now downfield. Incomplete. Intended for Terranova. As Williams had an idea about trying to intercept that in Westbury. Second and 10 for the Cougars from the 35-yard line. This time the Cougars go up the middle and gain 7 yards on the play. Third down and 3. They give it to Frank Patuchik, number 19. Fourth down. Rose give us to TJ McDonald, number 11, and he's stopped. Tony G, number 65, among others, on the stop. Westbury takes over first and 10 for the Green Dragons. Ball. Westbury trying to come back from a 7-0 deficit, 9:26 unofficially remaining. Freeman Robinson goes up the middle for 3 yards, gets to the 31-yard line, second and 7. putback is to Simmons, who stopped immediately. Hammonds himself goes up the middle. Gets to the 31-yard line. That'll set up a 4th down and 6 situation for Westbury. Mendes kicks it away. It's Jamie Terranova who has it around the 35-yard line. He gets to the 49-yard line. The boys will stop by Nakia Simmons, number 28. The Cougars take over at midfield. 1st down and 10. Low back to pass, fires up the middle, and he's intercepted. Brendan Felician with the pickoff. Right at the 30-yard line. That's where Westbury takes over. 1st down and 10. So both teams are each have turned over the ball once. Westbury on a fumble and Kennedy on the pickoff right there. And this time a fumble. And Kennedy takes that one. That's the 2nd fumble recovery of the day.
I know, I saw it.
Damn offense. Oh, you going all right? Hold on, safety. And the offense, he plays halfback. Go, Bird!
Lowe's give us to Lou Ambrosio, number 41, who's still on his feet. He's got the 1st down and more. He's finally stopped near the 20-yard line.
Take him back.
Absolutely nothing doing as he was stopped almost immediately by a number of Dragons. That was Joseph Morrison, number 8, on the run for Kennedy. 5-yard line of Westbury.
I might be doing that next.
Ball fires it down the left side. Complete to Van Hazel.
That was D'Amico.
Van Hazel was stopped by Carlos Wilson, number 38 of Westbury. 3rd down and 7 for the Cougars. At the 20, Eisenberg once again in motion. Close pitch back is, give back is to Ambrosio. Eric Cusson will attempt his first field goal of the day. Kick is up. And it is good.
They fooled us up.
Cusson's 27-yard field goal gives the Cougars a 10-0 lead with 4 minutes remaining in the first half.
But they did try it once. They tried it once. Yo, they did try it once. No, they tried to miss one. But they tried it once though. They were like, no. Not all of them went. Some of them were wearing black.
It looks like Simmons and Felician deep for Westbury. Here's Simmons with the reception. Gets the cross to the 25-yard line where he's stopped. Stephen Patuchik, number 15, on the stop for Kennedy. The Green Dragons take over. 1st and 10. That's Palmer set up wide to the right for the Green Dragons. Hammond's give, though, is up the middle. Looks like he's got the first down. Brendan Felician charges up the middle to the 38-yard line. And up for a Westbury first down. Hammond's calling signals. And that stops that one. Movement on the line.
If there's nobody in front of you, are you going to zoom by?
Approachment is called against Kennedy.
Walking off for them. Doesn't he kind of look like Simeon, but a little smaller? There you go, right there. Don't he look?
And then Skip once again up the middle. Freeman Robinson with the run for Westbury. Simmons trying to find room down the right side. He's close to the first down as he's stopped at the 49-yard line.
All backs don't do that. See? All backs, once they go back,
Keith Van Hazel with the stop for the Cougars.
they don't go up.
Come on, ref! Come on! Jack, jump outside! Come on, man!
I'm running straight. Yeah. They can't buy the CCR. Got a watermelon head. What the hell is wrong with him? Yeah, man. Told you.
On 3rd and 1. Westbury has the first down as Evans goes up the middle himself.
Okay, calm down.
That gets the Green Dragons to the Cougars' 4th. On first down.
He's not here long.
Give it to Felician. Tries to find some room. Looks like he lost the handle on it. And then he recovers. Jimmy Bracco, number 2, was right there for the Cougars. The Green Dragons now take a timeout.
Oh my God, Mr. Rado. You got the
Hammond's calling signals on 2nd down. Pitch back is to Felician, and now passes down the field, incomplete, intended for James Burton. Jordan Eisenberg was in on the coverage for Kennedy.
That's why they put in as a running back. Remember when they tried to put Foreman
On 3rd down. Hammond loses the handle on it and has to hold on. The Green Dragons lose 2 on the play, setting up a 4th down. Victor Mendez gets the snap. Eisenberg grabs it. He gets himself to near the 40-yard line, which is where the Cougars will take over. First down and 10, with unofficially 41 seconds left in the first half. Rose Give appeared here at Fitzgerald Field, and the Cougars of John F. Kennedy High School in Belmore lead the Green Dragons of Westbury High School 10-0. Once again, refreshments are available over at the senior class stand on the right side of the football field. We'll start playing in about 15 minutes.
Me too. Me too.
For the Cougars in the half. Correction, that is Eric Cusin, number 6, with the field goal. The Cougars 10, the Green Dragons nothing as we start the second half. That's Cusin kicking it away. Nakia Simmons with the run back. Gets to the 30. Gets himself to the 40. 45, 50-yard line, and he looks like he's off to the races. No flags on the play. He may go. He looks like he's gone. Touchdown. We're not sure, but that had to have been a run back of around 65 or 70 yards. And just like that, the Green Dragons get themselves on the scoreboard. It is now Kennedy 10, Westbury 6 extra point attempt coming up. They're going for the extra point, the 2-point attempt. The pitch back is to Simmons. Tries to get a handle on it. And he's stopped by Keith Van Hazel, number 80, but there's a flag on the play. At any rate, the extra point attempt is not successful, but the Green Dragons now trail by only 4. Kennedy 10, Westbury 6, on the run back of at least 60 yards, maybe more. Between 65 and 70 yards by Nakia Simmons. Returning the kickoff for Westbury. Okay, we're unsure about the distance of that kickoff return for the touchdown from the Westbury sideline. The estimate is that Nakia Simmons ran back the ball 90 yards for the touchdown. At the 44-yard line of Kennedy. Lowe's give is to Lou Ambrosio, who breaks 2 tackles before he's stopped near the 45-yard line, so it doesn't gain much yardage. Jamie Terranova is wide right. Eisenberg is in motion. The pitch back on second down. The give was to Frank Petuchik, number 19. Terranova's wide to the left. Low call signals. Give us to Eisenberg, who gets up the middle close to the first down. He's at the 46-yard line of Westbury. Fourth and 1 for the Cougars. Kick is away. Simmons slips but holds on to the ball. Dragons. Dragons will stop right there on that play. Steven. Pitch practice to Simmons, who stays on his feet. Eisenberg, among others, on the stop 4. They go to Simmons again, and this time he's stopped. Mendez ready to take the snap. He punts it away. At the 45, it looks like it's Eisenberg. He gets to the 40-yard line. Finally stopped at the 38. Michael Van Velser on the stop for the Green Dragons. It's number 77. Frank Matuchek runs his way up the middle for a first down. .628 and counting in this third period. Ambrosio is stopped. Tony Jean, number 65, on the stop for the Green Dragons. Terranova sets up to the right. Dennis Williams watching him. Tuchek again. A gain of 4 on the play. On 3rd and 8. Eisenberg once again in motion. Low looking to pass. He is stopped. Tony Jean with the stop for Westbury. Pulls him back to the 32-yard line. The left. Give it to Robinson. Ball at the 15-yard line. Hammonds himself loses the handle on the ball. And it appears Cougars take over on that fumble. Yes, they do take over. First down and 10 for Kennedy. Trying to add to their 10-6 lead. To give us to Frank Matuchek. Counting left in this third period. Ambrosio on the run. It looks like Terrell Lucas of Westbury on the stop. Good up the 5-yard line for the Cougars. They'll go for two on the extra point attempt. And they got the two. Frank Matuszek, number 19, with the 2-point run. And with 2:15 in the third period, it's now Kennedy 18, Westbury 6. Simmons holds on to it, tries to find some breathing room. And he gets to the 23-yard line before he's stopped. Down the side to Felician. They give it to Greenberg, who's stopped by, looks like Patrick Day, number 72 of Westbury. In this third period. Ball fumbles a pass. And just as he recovers, he's stopped by Tony Jean, number 65 of Westbury, for a long loss for Kennedy. The give is to Eisenberg. Gets himself to around the 5-yard line. That sets up the 4th and goal. On 4th down, this time they're going for it. Lowe runs down the right side. He can't get in. He's stopped by Brendan Felician, number 5. To 6. Simmons tries to find his way up the middle. Stephen Patuszek, number 15, among others, on the stop for the Cougars. That's Brendan Felician with the run for Westbury. Evans. The give is to Freeman Robinson, number 30. Stephen Patuszek stops him. It's good enough for the first down for Westbury. 11 is wide right for the Green Dragons. The pitch back though is to Brendan Felician, who gets across the scrimmage line, gets around 9 yards, close to the first down on the left side. Steven Patuchik and Lou Ambrosio on the stop for the Cougars. Hammonds tries to find his way down the right side. He looks like he stopped short of the first. Keith Van Hazel in on the stop for Westbury, for Kennedy. On 3rd and 5, Hammonds unloads it. It is nearly picked off by Kennedy. Intended for Justin Palmer. Jamie Terranova was close to the pickoff at the 43-yard line of Westbury. That sets up a 4th down. Terranova and Eisenberg are deep to receive the punt from Westbury. And Des gets the snap. Eisenberg gets it at his own 49-yard line. Gets across to the 40, to the 30, still on his feet at around the 20. Check with the run. Dennis Williams and Bowman Wright are on the stop for Westbury. Second and 6 from the 15. Ambrosio is tripped up. Give us to Eisenberg. Terrell Lucas, number 48, trips him up. Goosen's attempt at a 30-yarder is up, and it is good. The second field goal of the day, following a 27-yarder in the second quarter.
Y'all playing two-hand touch?
Three-hand touch? What's that three-hand touch?
Goosen boots it away. Terrell Lucas holds on to it. And he's stopped very deep in his territory around the 5 or 10 yard line. Green Dragons will take over 1st down and 10 with 5:32 remaining. Hammond's calling signals. Hammonds fires off a short one. James Burton receives it but coughs it up as he hits the ground. And Joseph Morrison of Kennedy recovers. Their 3rd fumble recovery of the day for Kennedy. Eisenberg's wide to the left. It gives to Batuchik, who runs it up the middle. Hit.
Usually 4 minutes left.
Kennedy 21, Westbury 6. On 2nd and 5. Eisenberg and Terranova on your bookends. It's to Patuchik. Brendan Felician stops him. Not too far from the line of scrimmage. It is up and it is good. The 25-yarder shoots his third field goal. Simmons with that reception. The Green Dragons set up at their own 19-yard line. They have 2 wideouts to the right. This time Hammonds gives himself a short one to Simmons, who gets himself to the 30-yard line. Stephen Patuchik, number 15, on the stop for the Cougars. Pitchback is to Felician. Felician's close to the first down. In fact, he gets it going across the 45 to the 46-yard line. Right for the Green Dragons. The pitchback isn't held on to by Westbury. Looks like it was intended for Simmons. Westbury recovers. There's an injured Cougars player on the field near the 44-yard line. That's number 41, Lou Ambrosio, going off the field. A reminder, they'll be back here at Fitzgerald Field for homecoming, Saturday the 26th. The Green Dragons will take on the rebels of Breakneck South High School. Following that, they'll be here again on the 2nd Saturday against Clark High School. On 2nd and 14. That's Damon Robertson still on his feet, going down the right side. So a big game before it's forced out of bounds near the 10-yard line. On first down, the pitchback is to Brendan Felician, number 5. Stephen Batuchik on the stop for Kennedy. The word from the field now, it's officially 50 seconds left on the clock in the fourth quarter. And to both Westbury and John F. Kennedy High Schools for their participation today and for the good sportsmanship. Second and 10 for Westbury from the Cougar 18-yard line. Hammonds fires it up the middle, incomplete. Bounces to Felician, who can't hold on to it. That'll set up a third down. Hammonds tries to evade pressure and gets swamped. 3 Cougars are in on the stop. That's the last time out for the Green Dragons. We have 30 seconds left. Westbury going for it on fourth down. The pitch back is to Simmons. Simmons changes on his feet. And he's forced out of bounds at the 15-yard line by Jamie Turnover, number 88. And the Cougars take over first down and 10 with 19 seconds left. And the Cougars sit on it.
Lynbrook and Westbury playing at Marion Street Elementary School. They're not playing at the Lynbrook High School because Lynbrook doesn't have a football field big enough to accommodate a regular field. So they're here at Marion Street Elementary School here in Lynbrook, New York, only about a half mile from the regular school. The game was supposed to be scheduled for 3:30, but I think they're going to play a 4 o'clock game. Westbury just got here just a few minutes ago.
One of those guys, yeah.
Lucas takes the kickoff for Westbury. Stop made by Jenna. Simmons on the carry. Stop made by Hammond on the keeper. Pickup of 2 yards. It'll be a 3rd down and 6. Ball at the 39. Robinson on the carry for Westbury. Gain of about 2 yards. Stop made by Elton. Brings up a 4th down and 4. Mendez the punt for Westbury. It's blocked. Punt is covered up by number 60, Rocco Walsh. Liberal ball, first and 10 from the Westbury 44. Callahan's pass is incomplete. Bring up. Baviak on the carry for Lindbrook. Callahan's pass is intended for Golashevsky is incomplete. It'll bring up a 4th down for Lindbrook at the Westbury 43.
Let's go, Nikhil.
Lorenzo's punt. Falls dead at the 5-yard William Russell returns to the punt. To the 10-yard line, there's a flag on the play. Flipping against Limburg. Callahan on the keeper. Stop made by Gene. Gain of 2 yards to the second. Daviak on the run for Limburg. Stop made by Washington. Callahan's pass intended for number 81, Eddie Bronco, goes incomplete to bring up a 4th down and 3 for the Owls. Eddie Babiak on that rush. Excuse me, Brian Babiak. Pickup's good for a first down for Limburg. Looks like a first and goal just inside the 10-yard line.